What it is, what it do, what it is. It is your boy The Grizz coming at you with a brand new review. Now, this is a new indie game that came out just a few weeks ago on May 21st. It's on PC via Steam as far as what I played, and it's on console. It's actually on Game Pass. It was a day one Game Pass day and date. Now, from the page itself, I'm going to read to you what it's about. And it says, Luna Abyss is a single-player, story-driven action-adventure with fluid platforming and bullet hell combat. Follow the journey of Fawkes, a prisoner of Luna, caught between a cryptic prophecy and their prison sentence. And yeah, it's a boomer shooter type, Doom type game. And I will go ahead and say this. I know some people have certain issues with sometimes pronouns being thrown into games, but this game actually does that, but it doesn't seem to be very forced. You see, I believe that we complained about people making their own types of games, and they did. And they didn't make it too big of a deal. There was some corrections of it, there was an option of it, and then you had people using it, but it's not forced. That's what it is. And if people want to make games the way they want to make it, I suggest that we let them make the way they want to make it. Because this game was an absolute blast. It's very much like Doom Eternal in a sense of the bullet hell. Shooting is fast and fluid with a lock-on system, so you never have to focus on getting your aim down pat too much. You end up with 4 weapons, with the scout rifle being your starter weapon and others to come. But I'll let you know about my personal favorite. And it's the Shield Breaker, a shotgun that literally shoots a shield, and it does its namesake. It's like comes out in the form of a big blue cross. I think it's amazing, and it literally breaks shields of enemies and sometimes doors to help with the platforming. But it's also a really weird game where souls are in these humanoid robots. Some of them are prisoners known as scouts, and others who are stuck in these weird deformed bodies. You're on the moon, and it's a story of gods, false gods, and people who believed in them, and there's a bunch of betrayal, all kinds of stuff, which I really love. You get a various amount of powers after kind of like merging with your warden, which is the robot, the humanoid robot that you're in, and you control it. Powers such as possessions, grappling hooks, style of weapons, and more, all to make platforming like super smooth. Now, boss battles are super overwhelming, but there always seems to be cover around or ways to move around via one of your abilities called a grappling hook. You get a melee / ranged attack that lets you add back to your health or help you hurt other surrounding enemies. The story comes together very nicely by the end. There are various data logs you can collect to help flesh out the story. But I will be honest, I wasn't grasping the story for a good while, and it just really wasn't resonating with me because it was just a little weird for me. So I was trying to make my way through what I was actually looking at and the kind of game that is. And but it actually, when it clicked, I was hooked. But Luna Abyss is a very welcoming surprise in the boomer shooter area. I had a blast playing it and definitely recommend it for the first-person shooter fans and Doom fans especially like if you really love Doom Eternal as far as the bullet hell type games go. What would I rate it? Basically a 9 out of 10. Can't front. I was lost in the first half, but the second half I was locked in. And once again, I played it on Steam, but it's also on Xbox Game Pass. And with them lowering prices recently and that dope showcase they put out and all these big reveals, I don't know, maybe Xbox might be bringing the will of the people. So why don't y'all go ahead and let me know down in the comments of what y'all think. But like I said, 9 out of 10. This game was an absolute blast to play. I would replay it. And if it comes out physically, I definitely will be buying it because this is a game I would love to play over again someday. Thank y'all so much for watching once again. And this video is finito.